Welcome to my channel, Warth Old Coins. Today is Best Top 2 Coins. One you want to miss, we're diving into the world of Australian coins. Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. Top 1. The 1981 Australian 20-cent coin, though just a common piece of pocket change too many, stands as a fascinating emblem of Australia's modern numismatic history, combining practicality, national identity, and understated artistic beauty in a small, everyday object. Introduced in 1966 as part of Australia's decimalisation when the country shifted from pounds, shillings, and pence to dollars and cents, the 20-cent coin quickly became one of the most three recognizable denominations in circulation. The obverse features the right-facing effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the British sculptor Arnold Macon, whose portrait first appeared on Australian coinage in the mid-1960s. Her elegant depiction, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, symbolizes not only Australia's constitutional ties to the British monarchy, but also continuity, stability, and the modern identity of the Commonwealth. Around the portrait, the words Elizabeth to Australia 1981 clearly mark the issuing country and date of minting, situating the coin firmly within the cultural and historical moment of early 1980s Australia, an era of economic growth, cultural diversification, and evolving national pride. The reverse of the 20-cent coin carries an iconic design by artist Stuart Devlin, Australia's official gold and silversmith at the time, whose designs are celebrated for bringing an artistic grace to daily currency. It features the platypus Ornithorhynchus enatinus, an animal unique to Australia and one of the world's most unusual mammals, known for its duck-like, bill-webbed feet and egg-laying habits despite being a mammal. Devlin's rendering shows the platypus gliding effortlessly through stylized, swirling water, a dynamic composition that captures movement, energy, and the spirit of the Australian wilderness. The denomination 20 appears prominently, blending seamlessly into the flowing design, making the coin as much a piece of miniature sculpture as it is a medium of exchange technically. The 1981 20-cent coin was struck in cupra-nickel, an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, chosen for its bright silver color. Resistance to corrosion and durability under heavy circulation, it weighs about 11.3 grams, has a diameter of 28.52 millimeters, and a thickness of approximately 2.5 millimeters, with a milled reeded edge that aids in tactile recognition and adds an extra layer of anti-counterfeiting protection. Notably, 1981 is an interesting year because while most Australian coins were typically minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, many of the 20-cent coins dated 1981 were actually struck overseas at the Royal Mint in London, the Royal Canadian Mint, and the Royal Mint's Llantrisant branch in Wales. Due to unusually high domestic demand for coinage historically, this coin sits in the heart of a decade marked by social and economic transformation. Australia was embracing multiculturalism more openly, modernizing industries, and defining a national identity distinct from Britain while still honoring shared heritage symbolized by the Queen's portrait on the obverse. Meanwhile, the platypus on the reverse celebrated Australia's natural uniqueness, reminding every Australian and every visitor handling the coin of the country's extraordinary fauna found nowhere else on Earth. Culturally, the design reflects a deep national pride. The platypus, often described as nature's odd masterpiece, embodies the quirky, independent spirit Australians see in themselves. Its presence on currency suggests that national identity is as much rooted in landscape and wildlife as it is in political history. From a numismatic perspective, the 1981 20-cent coin remains common in circulated grades, yet it is valued by collectors who appreciate its historical context, the international mintage story, and the enduring artistry of Devlin's design. Coins in uncirculated condition show the platypus's fine details, the texture of its fur, the soft swirl of water around. Its body and the polished fields that give the coin its reflective appeal. Top 2. The 2004 Australian 20-cent coin, though modest in face value, stands as a small but telling artifact of Australia's modern era, a period marked by economic stability, cultural confidence, and the nation's growing voice on the global stage. Like its predecessors since decimalization in 1966, this coin carries on its obverse, the right-facing effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. Designed by Ian Rank, Broadley, a British sculptor whose portrait was introduced in 1999 and used until 2019. Rank, Broadley's design replaced the earlier portrait by Raphael Makhlouf and is notable for its realism. It depicts the Queen as she appeared in mature age, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and with clear facial features and a dignified bearing surrounding the portrait are the inscriptions. Elizabeth to Australia, 2004, simply and clearly marking both the country of issue and the year. This obverse design reflects Australia's constitutional heritage as a constitutional monarchy and identity. The nation retained while increasingly defining itself as culturally distinct and proudly independent. The reverse features the beloved and instantly recognizable platypus Ornithorhynchus onatinus, gliding through swirling water in a dynamic, artistic design by Stuart Devlin, Australia's official gold and silversmith, whose work shaped the entire first decimal coin series. Devlin's choice of the platypus was inspired. This semi-aquatic, egg-laying mammal unique to Australia symbolizes both the country's extraordinary natural heritage and its quirky, independent national character. The flowing lines that frame the animal add a sense of movement and elegance, while the bold numeral 20 indicates the denomination without distracting from the central image. The design has endured since 1966, largely unchanged, a testament to its popularity and artistic strength. Technically, the 2004 20-cent coin is struck in cupronickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, chosen for its silver-like color and resistance to wear, with a diameter of 28.52 millimeters, weight of about 11.3 grams, and a thickness of roughly 2.5 millimeters. Its reeded milled edge not only adds tactile texture but also helps prevent fraud and distinguishes it from similar-sized coins by touch. While millions were minted at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the 2004 issue is part of the circulating series, not a commemorative edition, making it a genuine piece of everyday Australian life from supermarket checkouts to train stations and corner shops. Historically, 2004 sits within a period of steady economic growth and relative prosperity for Australia, fueled by mining and exports. While the nation continued debates about its identity, including renewed discussion about becoming a republic, the image of the Queen on one side and a uniquely Australian animal on the other symbolically expresses this balance: loyalty to historical ties with Britain, coupled with a distinct, independent cultural identity rooted in the land and its unique wildlife. Culturally, the coin serves as a quiet celebration of what makes Australia unique. The platypus, sometimes called nature's odd masterpiece, embodies both ancient lineage and evolutionary uniqueness, an animal found nowhere else on Earth. It's quietly reminding Australians of the continent's deep natural heritage and the value of preserving it from a numismatic perspective. The 2004 20-cent coin is common in circulated grades, yet examples in mint state or proof sets produced for collectors show the full brilliance of Devlin's design: the glossy fields, frosted details, and intricate ripples around the platypus. Collectors value it as part of the long-running decimal series and for the transition. It represents bridging the end of the 20th century and the confident, multicultural, digital Australia of the 21st century. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.